Today's a Farmall H kind of day. All right, just to give you an idea of the amount of rain we've had in the last 3 days, right there is 1.75 inches, really just a little bit more than that, but I'll call it 1.75 inches. And yesterday, which means the night before, we got 2.5 inches. So we're sitting well over 4 inches in 3 days. That's a lot of rain in July. In fact, our average rainfall the entire month is usually 4 inches. Lately, we have not been getting that. We've been getting 1 inch to 2 inches all of July. We've had a lot of dry Julys, and that's just been the norm around here. So, I don't know. A lot of rain in July. Well, I got the H hooked up to the coop, and I even stepped up my game a little bit and got a clevis. But that ain't the issue at hand. When I moved this coop last time, I didn't notice something that I really needed to take notice of, and that's a gap right here in the corner of this coop. And you can see it's worn down, and I believe that's the ingress and or egress of a predator. And last night they got baby bird, not one of the chicks, but they got last year's hatch, which was, I only had one hatch last year, one hatch out, and she was a cool bird. She was raised in this coop, never raised by a human hand, and you know, mom brought her out and free ranged her, really turned her into a chicken pretty fast, and it was just cool to have her. One of my favorite birds for sure, but she died last night, and I'm going to tell you, my guess is that it was a fox, and here's why. Most of the time a raccoon gets in your coop, they're going to wipe your birds out. A fox is a grab and goer. They get in the coop, they get what they're after, they get out of the coop, they go, and they eat. But one thing's for sure, it's coming back tonight, so I got to get this coop moved. And I haven't even walked to the back of the coop yet. I'm almost too scared to. Okay, we're good back here. And that's vinyl coated chicken wire. Chicken wire in and of itself, I can tell you, when it comes to a coop, is absolutely useless. If you've got predators, they'll chew right through it. I've had turkeys protected by chicken wire. It keeps them from going out, but it doesn't keep predators from going in. And in fact, I've had raccoons chew a nice big wide hole and go right in and get what they want. And like I say, usually coons go in and they'll wipe out your flock. And there's McCormick. I'll tell you what, these leghorns, they're diehard. But there's Mama Bird. She's absolutely the favorite in the bunch, and I was glad to see that she was not the one to go. I mean, I didn't want any of them to go. So yeah, the two chicks in the coop are fine. The hen is sitting on more eggs. I've never seen that before. I've never heard of that. They're in the coop themselves. There's chick starter in there, there's water, and mom's got 5 or 6 more eggs that she is sitting on, and I'm going to make her sit. She's been sitting 1 full week on those eggs, so 2 more weeks. My guess is that she's going to hatch out more chicks. Could be 3, 4, 5 more chicks. So one other thing worth noting, I've had this coop for a couple of years, and I've never had a predator get into it, ever. And you know, I don't use chicken wire out here. I use hardware cloth. When it goes bad, I replace it, you know. And I've never lost, when this is set up properly, I've never lost a bird out of it, never. Treated lumber here, they'd have to dig a mile. It'd be not worth their time, but I've never had a predator get in this when this is sitting on solid ground and there's no gap. What happened when I pulled this up, the grass was deep and I didn't see that gap there. And you know, bottom line is you just got to take notice of that type of stuff if you're going to have a coop like this. And I'll never make that mistake again, I can tell you that. So let's go, and regulators, mount up. Yeah, and then when I land it, basically like I've done, I just come and look at the bottom and make sure everything's tight. You know, there's no real serious gaps underneath it or anything like that. That's critical. They're not getting in the coop itself. It's more or less the run. So yeah, and it's sitting flat now, so don't really have to worry about anything coming back and being stupid. And this is where it'll sit, oh, probably for a week, and then I'll move it again, keep them on fresh grass. You can see there's grass and clover and whatnot in there. But yeah, that's today's disappointment in farming. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll see you at the next video.